Michael Carter had spent 15 years building Sterling Corporation's Chicago division into the company's strongest and most profitable operation. He had started as a junior analyst and gradually became the person everyone called when a major client threatened to leave or a complicated project went off schedule. As a single father raising his 12-year-old daughter Emma, Michael valued stability. He worked hard, came home exhausted, and still made time for dinner and homework. One Monday morning, CEO Victoria Reed called an executive meeting. Michael entered expecting a discussion about the division's record-breaking quarterly results. Instead, Victoria arrived with her nephew Tyler, a young man who had only worked in management for 2 years. Victoria smiled. Effective today. Tyler will oversee the Chicago division. Michael looked at Tyler, then back at Victoria. Oversee. Victoria nodded. He will be your direct supervisor. The room became silent. Michael carefully closed his laptop. Victoria, Tyler has never managed a division this size. Tyler leaned back confidently. I'll learn quickly. Michael remained respectful. This division handles hundreds of millions in contracts. Learning on the job could put those relationships at risk. Victoria's expression hardened. I've made my decision. Michael looked around the room. Several executives avoided his eyes. After 15 years of building this division, Victoria answered coldly, You'll work under my nephew. Michael stared at her for several seconds. Then he slowly removed his company badge. Tyler smiled. Where are you going? Michael placed the badge on the table somewhere. My experience is respected. Victoria laughed. You're really walking away. Michael nodded. I am. He picked up his briefcase. I've spent 15 years making this division successful. If you believe someone with 2 years of experience can replace me overnight, then you clearly don't need me. He walked toward the door. Victoria called after him. You'll regret this. Michael stopped briefly. No, Victoria. I think you will. Then he left. Neither Victoria nor Tyler realized that several major clients had built their relationships directly with Michael, and within weeks, they would discover just how important one man's experience had been. Within 2 weeks of Michael's departure, the Chicago division began showing signs of trouble. Tyler tried to reassure Victoria that everything was under control. But the numbers told a different story. 3 major clients delayed renewals, 2 important projects missed deadlines, and several senior employees quietly submitted resignations. The biggest problem was trust. Those clients had worked with Michael for years. They knew his judgment relied on his promises, and respected the way he handled difficult situations. Tyler tried calling them, but they repeatedly asked the same question. Where is Michael? Victoria finally understood that his value had never been limited to his job title. One Friday morning, the chairman called an emergency meeting. He placed the latest financial report in front of Victoria. This was your strongest division. Victoria stared at the falling revenue. I can fix it. The chairman shook his head. You should have thought about that before replacing the person who built it. Victoria reluctantly called Michael. When he answered, she tried to sound confident. Michael, we want you back. There was silence. You'll return as director. She continued. Michael calmly replied. Under Tyler, Victoria hesitated. No. The chairman had already made another decision. Michael was offered complete control of the Chicago division, with authority to rebuild the leadership team, based on experience and performance. Michael accepted one condition, no favoritism. The chairman agreed. Within months, the division recovered, clients returned, employees regained confidence, and profits climbed again. Victoria remained CEO, but she never forgot the lesson. She had believed Michael needed Sterling Corporation. Instead, Sterling Corporation had needed Michael.